In this video, I'm going to be revealing my 3 100 players for the 2021 season, and I also have a special announcement for a resource that will help you dominate your fantasy football drafts. Welcome to the 100 Fantasy Football channel. If we're meeting for the first time, my name is Ivan Herrera, and on this channel, we look to give you the resources needed to be successful in fantasy football. As announced before, I'm going to be revealing my 100 players, and those are players that I believe are going to have a phenomenal 2021 season, not only based on where they're being valued, but the situation that they're currently in. But before we get into that, a little reminder, be sure to stay at the very end because I'm going to be having a special announcement about a resource that will help you dominate your upcoming fantasy football drafts. The first player that I'm going to be revealing as a 100 player for the 2021 season is quarterback Ryan Tannehill out of the Tennessee Titans. Currently, Ryan Tannehill's ADP has him at QB 11, and I believe that he has QB 1 upside, someone that you can definitely wait on later on and have as your quarterback for your starting lineup. I'm sure that you're asking yourself, why would I have someone who's going as QB 11 be a 100 guy? Zach Attack from Pro Football Mania shares this article that answers that specific question. Zach Attack shares that the average ADP of the actual QB 1 based on a total season scoring was 87.75, which means on average you can get the #1 quarterback in the 8th round in 12 team formats. And not only is Ryan Tannehill's value phenomenal, but he also has an upgrade with his wide receiver core, not only getting Josh Reynolds, but by adding future Hall of Famer wide receiver Julio Jones. As Ryan Tannehill has been elite since taking over in week 7 of the 2019 season, he has been QB 3 in that span behind only 2 quarterbacks, Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. So that's why he's an easy selection as a 100 player for the 2021 season. My second 100 player for the 2021 season is wide receiver Chris Godwin out of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With the latest news of Michael Thomas missing now the first few weeks of the NFL season, it made it really easy for me to go with Chris Godwin. And before I go any further, if you're still wondering how you should approach Michael Thomas, analyze where he's going in the drafts because his value is going to decline, and see if you can pick him up so that way you can potentially stash him on your bench, or if your league has this setting, put him in your IR slot so you can have him on for later on. Back to Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin has flourished with Tom Brady as his quarterback, and the same can be said with Tom Brady with Chris Godwin. Check out this article from Tommy Barrett from Pro Football Network. He shares in 12 games, Brady averaged 24.82 points per game compared to 21.88 points per game when Godwin was out. So not only is Chris Godwin someone that I believe will add value to this lineup for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but can also add value to your fantasy football rosters. Chris Godwin's ADP is currently at wide receiver 18, which means you can get him anywhere between the 3rd and 4th rounds. And I think that that value is something that you cannot pass up on, which makes him an easy selection as a 100 player for 2021. Now, before I reveal my 3rd and final 100 player for the 2021 season, I have a special announcement. So for those of you that are wondering what my rankings are, I want to give them to you for free. So here's the only thing that you have to do. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram at 100FantasyFB. And from there, you have to do one of two things. Either put a comment below and type the word rankings, or send me a DM on Instagram with the same thing, rankings, and I will send you my free PDF so that way you can get my recommendations on players that you need to draft in the upcoming 2021 season. Now, my 3rd and final 100 player for the 2021 season is tight end Tyler Higbee out of the Los Angeles Rams. I have a few reasons as to why I chose Tyler Higbee to be my 100 player for the 2021 season at tight end. Number 1 is he got an upgrade at quarterback with Matthew Stafford as opposed to Jared Goff. According to Brett Suter out of Fansided, he shares in 2009, rookie Matthew Stafford tossed the ball to tight ends Brandon Pettigrew and Will Helmer for a combined 65 of 88 targets for 655 yards and 5 touchdowns. With those combined numbers, that would have been tight end 10 that year. And in 2010, Pettigrew caught 71 of 111 targets for 722 yards and 4 touchdowns, making him tight end 8 that season. Secondly, with Joe Everett now out of the Los Angeles Rams, Tyler Higbee is now the clear-cut #1 tight end of that roster, and right now he's going extremely late in drafts. But the good thing about that is that you can can draft Tyler Higbee later in your draft by maximizing on your running backs as well as your wide receivers, and find peace knowing that Tyler Higbee will be there available for you later in the draft. So those are my 100 players for the upcoming season. I hope you found value out of that, and if you did, be sure to hit that like button, and I encourage you as always to share. Be sure to subscribe so that you are notified of future videos that I'm going to be dropping on this channel. And one final reminder, be sure to subscribe and follow me at Instagram at 100fantasyfb, and from there either put a comment in this video the word rankings or DM me rankings, and I will be sure to send you my free 2021 rankings via PDF. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in future videos, but for now, keep it 100.